Drop top coupe, dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top coupe, dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The give is to Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease if they can.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This will be taken at the 10. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. McKinnon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's third down.
13.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And able to find Garcon. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Play action, Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Go ahead.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Airing it deep for Garcon. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play, Garoppolo to Garcon. 71 yards. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Here's McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Boy, shifts past him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A second down throw for Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Solomon Thomas able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon. Garoppolo on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down, Prescott. He's going to go deep for Beasley. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
120, 180.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back to receive it, Deontay Thompson. Fielded just inside the 30. Oh, shifty. Whoa. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Does that happen? Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 32 yards. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jarek McKinnon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Here we go, kill. 26.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Here we go, 46. Swing on the field, right. To the right. 26.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
47.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
10th carry now for Elliott. Open space inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Running with Elliott. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
To throw is Garoppolo. He sets to fire. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 51 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. He'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams with time running out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Oh, it's an enormous call here. They'll go for 2. One play to keep their postseason alive. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.